and that requires catching her. She likes to run, and so she always gets away and stays away. Okay, let's see what we have here. We're at Black Wolf Harley Davidson in Bristol, Virginia, and they have some kind of an event going on. So I'm going to flip the camera around so you guys can see what I'm looking at besides my hair. Isn't that awesome? Hey, this is what I'm looking at. Fuel team. Okay, run for the wall. This is military veterans. Staging team, all kinds of motorcycles. That's an Indian. Oh my goodness, you're kidding. Wow. Goodness, not kidding. Check it out. We all know that's an Indian, right? Oh my goodness. Look at this bike. Wow. Okay, that I can see it there. But wow. That's amazing. Got all kinds of cool bikes. Look at this group. There was, you know, those traffic signs that are on the side of the highway? They warn you about certain things. They warned a lot of motorcycle traffic on the highway. So that was good. Hey, whoever just popped in, I'm at Black Wolf Harley Davidson. You can see right there in Bristol, Virginia. Big event going on with veterans. And they just rode into town. I don't know where they came from, but this is a big deal. And you just dropped out and didn't even say hi. How rude is that? Here we go. I got into some pants I've never worn before, and oh my gosh, they're so tight. Holy cow, I can barely even breathe. They're stretchy, so they're supposed to be tight, but not used to this. I'm just walking around looking for my husband and his motorcycle. Hey, whoever just popped in, say hello. I'm at Black Wolf Harley Davidson in Bristol, Virginia. There's a big event. Run for the wall. Big event going on here. There are I'm guessing more than 100 motorcycles. Definitely more than 100. Check them all out. Hi guys, there's 5 people in here. Hey, random. We got law enforcement. What have we got over here? Show myself. I did earlier in the live feed, but the wind is blowing my hair all in my face. I'd rather look at the motorcycles personally. Where did you guys start?
Well, that's difficult to answer.
Different places? You're picking people up as you go?
Yes and no.
Oh, okay.
The official starting point is Ontario, California.
Okay.
I live in South Carolina.
Okay.
So I go from South Carolina, I got busy, to Ontario, and then back to DC.
Oh, wow.
And
then back. Okay.
I've done about 8,000. I think it's 5 weeks.
5 weeks, 8,000 miles? Okay. Wow. Well, the most I ever did was 6,500 in 3 weeks. That was Central California to Milwaukee and back via Canada. That was a fun ride. Except, yeah, well, I wanted to get Canada on my passport, but they don't stamp passports anymore. So I can just say I went to Canada, but there's no proof. This is we did get pictures. This is comfortable. I was on a Super Glide though. I wasn't on a bagger, and I had a stock seat. My husband tried to talk me into upgrading the seat just because, and I said no, because I didn't want to spend the money. So then I spent 6,500 miles on that stock seat.
Second stop was the
oh my
grocery store.
Gosh, that was quite a trip. I'll tell you what, quite a trip.
2014. I think it was 2014. I did all 48 lower states.
Oh wow!
It took me 3 months because I wasn't in a rush.
Right? Yeah.
And I would stay at RPW families' homes. Marines,
Right.
sleep on park benches.
Okay.
I've made a sign up so when I go to sleep in a rest stop, they wouldn't wake me up. The sign just said, "I'm sleeping, don't wake me up." And people would wake me up and say, "Are you real? Are you being serious?"
Oh, gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Were you in a tent or were you just laying down next to the bike? Oh, wow. Yeah, of
Well,
course,
well,
people
like
got it.
that.
They want to make sure you're not dead or dying, right?
Yeah,
Maybe that needed to be the
they
sign.
can take the stuff.
I'm not dead or dying. That'd be funny. Well, this is amazing. Now, are they all American motorcycles or am I seeing some others as well?
I would say.
I think I may have just seen another right there. That's a Honda. Okay, I just answered my own question. There's a Honda right there.
That's an Indian.
And where are Indians made now? Do you know? Are they still made
in the
here?
States, but that's all I know.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I know because I know they kind of went out of business and got bought by somebody. Very cool. Thank you for answering questions.
By the way, this is a small year.
Is it?
We only have about 300.
You have 300? Okay. I knew there was more than 100.
Oh yeah.
300.
This year, I think was 2018. We had 1,800.
So that was before COVID.
Yep.
Okay.
Almost finished this.
Things happened differently after COVID.
Hotels were telling us don't come next year, and a lot of people were taking it as more like a don't come next year.
Oh, really?
The hotel owners were saying we can't put you up.
Oh, there's too
That's
many
the laws.
people.
You can have 50 people, and that's it. If you go to a hotel, it's got 1,000 rooms, they take 50 people.
Oh, really? Because you can't book the whole thing. You can only book blocks in it. Okay, so that really limits because you couldn't do that here. You couldn't sleep 1,800 people here, and plus some people are doubled up, right? Wow. All
When I
right.
get a hotel room, I usually tell the riders that I can figure out which riders can probably use a break on costs. And I'll just tell them, as long as you don't mind sleeping on the floor, come to my room,
Right. Yeah.
curl up and have a nice nap.
We let a guy sleep in our hotel room. We had 2 queens, and they gave him his room on our way. We were going to Sturgis, and we were in the last stop before Sturgis. My husband and I weren't going to stop at Sturgis. We were just going to keep going. But he was going to Sturgis, and they gave his room to the people that had been in it. They booked in an extra night. So he gets there. There's no hotels for hundreds of miles, right? And he gets there, and he doesn't have a bed. And he just was standing there. My husband said, "What's going on?" We'd been riding with him for 2.5 weeks or so, 2 weeks plus. And he says, they gave my room to somebody else. And he goes, "Oh." So he asked me, "Would you be okay with the guy staying in the room?" And we found out we didn't have a king, right? Just one king size bed, 2 queens. I said, "No, that's fine." So he stayed with us, and then he ended up inviting us to stay in his brother's cabin at Sturgis, not in the town of Sturgis, in Deadwood. So we stayed, I think, 3 nights, and we ended up having a good time there. That was fun.
I don't care who shares my, well, I shouldn't say that. There's some people I just don't share.
Right.
Usually family members. Go get your own camera. I'm not going to lose the argument.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
You're on your own. Right. I got to go find my husband. What's your name, sir?
Doug.
Doug. Melissa. Nice to meet you.
Melissa, that's my daughter's name.
Oh, easy to remember.
Yeah.
Did you get
Take
a
care.
pin for the commemorative pin?
No, I just got here. I just caught here in my car. Oh, fun. Thank
You're
you.
welcome, ma'am.
Awesome. I'll put that on my jacket. Very cool.
35th year of this run. The end, 50 years since the end of the Vietnam War.
So this is just Vietnam?
No, it's everybody.
Okay.
But
Vietnam
they
or
have
okay.
all wars. But if you see the V
Uh-huh.
on the front of these bikes, they are Vietnam on the ground.
Okay.
They started for the Vietnam War
Okay, cool.
35 years ago. If we had just depend on
Hi, how are you? You're out of control. Is Debbie here?
No.
She didn't come? Okay, good to see you. Well, thank you
it
so
wouldn't be very
much.
big if it was just Vietnam vets.
Okay,
But
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
people haven't ever been associated with any of the services.
Okay.
They just ride because of the cause. Which is
Right, that's really
remembering
cool.
those that cannot ride with us.
That's cool. I love it's a big old ride. I know it's the man back there, Doug, was telling me it's quite a bit smaller than it used to be. But
By the time we get to DC, there should be about 1,000 bikes.
oh wow.
Because they come in from 3 different areas. We're on the southern right. There's a midway and a central route.
Okay, cool.
So they all started out in Ontario together, and then
Uh-huh.
they pick up stragglers along the way.
As it-
stragglers along the way. So
As it should be. That's cool. Good deal. Well, you guys have fun.
thank you.
So have you seen my husband?
I didn't see him.
He's here somewhere.
I've been looking for, I didn't know he was going to be here, but I've been looking for JC and Nancy from the Santa Maria Hog Chapter.
Oh, really? They're here, huh?
Well, I don't know. They were driving a chase vehicle.
Okay.
but I have not seen good man.
Well, Dave rode his drag bike, and he's here somewhere, but he's not in with all those guys because he's not part of it.
He got here pretty early though, 'cause there's his bike right there.
Yeah, that's his bike.
Okay, I heard him
Yeah.
come in.
Did you really? Was he being fancy?
No, I was just over on the other side of the building with my parking flag.
Okay.
Held it ready.
Yeah, he's in there somewhere. The battery died on that thing, so I've got a battery charger in my car.
Oh, okay. Better get it hooked up.
Well, it's one of those fast ones where you just plug it in and then you hit the start and it goes. It saved me out in the wilderness once with my grandkids.
Those are great little tools.
Yeah. And I was in the car you guys have now, and I had left the lights on, and we were at an old abandoned emerald mine in South Carolina somewhere. No, North Carolina. And I left the lights on all day, and when we went to get in the car at dusk, it was dead. So I hooked that thing up. It's the first time I'd used it. There was no cell phone service, and my battery on my phone was dying anyway. It was a crazy situation. I was really happy to have that little charger. So I imagine he's in here.
Still looking for the long ponytail, or is that?
He's actually got a braid now, because the back of his shirt shows up better. So he's probably not eating, but I'd say he's talking to people.
Gee, Dave talking to people? No, really?
You caught me talking to people too.
Yeah, I'm the one known for not talking.
Oh gosh. Hi. I don't see him. What would he be wearing? I guess he wouldn't be wearing a hat because he had his helmet on, unless he brought one with him. My goodness. Should I ask the police to help me find my husband? He's a biker. he's in a leather vest. Actually, he's not. Probably. I think he's in a red T-shirt. Collared. He's in one of his RFC collared shirts, and it's bright red. He wore the Friday shirt today. My goodness. I could definitely use a water bottle. Thank you so much. I would be surprised if he was actually eating. Were you headed home when I saw you?
Yeah.
Oh, are you going to be looking for these people still?
No, I just given up.
Oh, I see. You did a little thing. Okay. All right. Well, tell Debbie I said hi.
And I will, and David as well.
I will do that. I know. He's got to be here
He'll find
somewhere.
you because he's going to be looking for your battery charger.
That's a fact, for sure. My goodness. Well, he can't be too hard to find because he's not wearing black and he's not wearing blue. He's wearing red.
I guess there, from what I understand, there's a door out the back.
Uh-huh.
And there were some people out there. I don't know.
Okay. I'll go.
That may be of where he went. I do not know.
Yeah, well, he's not out smoking, so I know that. Okay.
Well, good luck.
Well,
We'll
thank
talk
you,
to you
sir.
later.
You have a good one. Goodness gracious, more than 300 people here on bikes. 300. And Doug was telling me earlier that it used to be 1,800. In 2018, they had 1,800 people. But they were having a hard time finding enough hotel rooms for them when they would get to a town or even a city. So they kind of pushed that back a little bit. Hey, you.
Hello.
You got a pocket I can put that in?
Yeah.
I just saw Dave. He's here.
Still on?
Yeah.
Ah.
He was looking for some people from Santa Maria. I'm sorry to interrupt.
You're
Hi.
fine.
Okay.
You're fine. We're talking shop.
Are you? Okay.
We give one our points.
Oh, thank you very much.
We do
Cool.
poker chips. We don't do.
I'm going to be.
You don't do the challenge coins? Those are kind of expensive to be given away.
I'm going to be having some chips made for myself here shortly.
You got your.
There's the card.
You got the thing?
Yeah.
Just unlock it and tap that.
Oh,
That's why we don't do business cards anymore.
really? Wow.
Riders.
Cool.
First things first, I'd like to thank the Tennessee State Troopers for providing us that escort across Tennessee.
Here's the stuff I like.
And also now, we have the Virginia State Troopers that will be with us for the next 3 days. Thank you.
And the stuff the grandkids like.
All right, what do you think of this lunch we had today? What do we say to the nice folks here that prepared it? Thank you.
Look at that. Good golly. That's cute.
And I've got a plaque for Blackwood
Goodness.
Harley Davidson. Run for the Wall 35th annual run presents to Blackwood Harley Davidson, Bristol, Virginia, in grateful appreciation for the support shown in the Southern Rally. Run for the Wall 35, 2025.
For the
From the board of
Cowboys.
directors and the riders that Run for the Wall. Thank you so much for your continued support every year. Thank you.
Hey, Country Life. Thanks for being in my chat. I appreciate you. I can't really read much of the comments as I walk around.
Quiet, please.
Thank you, folks. My name is Stephen Roach. I'm CEO of Operation Vet Rescue. I'm a vet myself. Served in the United States Navy for 5 years. Working with SEAL Team 5 when I got hurt. Got out of the Navy. Decided to go into the public sector. But I moved down to Tennessee 3 years ago. And in December of last year, we rescue homeless veterans across the eastern part of Tennessee. I'm sorry about that. I want to. We rescue homeless veterans. Master Chief is here with me. He's in charge of our rescue team. This is a pilot program. We're working with the state of Tennessee as well to roll out little tiny homes and so forth like that. We're having something over the 4th of July arena. Again, I want to thank you guys for inviting us out. And then once we roll it out in eastern Tennessee, we'll roll it out to the rest of Tennessee and roll out to the rest of the folks. Unfortunately, there's over 37,000 of us that are homeless in the United States, which is disgusting. And I'm going to try to put an end to it as much as I can, one person. But again, any help that you guys can give us, any police officer that sees a homeless person, give us a call first before we lock them up. Unfortunately, in Tennessee, it's against the law to be homeless.
Why aren't you doing this
So
and
that's why we're
posting
working
it?
with first responders and police officers to see if we can be part of the rescue team first, put them in temporary housing, and get them into full-time housing as well. Again, thank you guys so much for inviting us up today. Thank you.
Thank you. And I've got another announcement to make. We have just received a $500 donation from John Masters. He's a retired Marine and Vietnam vet. So how about a round of applause?
Yes.
Aiden Garcia, an Alabama license. I have your license if you're part of this crew. Aiden Garcia. Nobody claims that we're going to drop it in the mailbox. All right, we failed to read the bio at our morning meeting, so we're going to do that before we wrap things up here.
Cover.
Missing in action, SP5 Elliott Crook, USA. MIA 51671, South Vietnam. Specialist Elliott Cook, who joined U.S. Army from Arizona and served with Company A, 101st Aviation Battalion, and 101st Airborne Division. On May 16, 1971, a UH-18 Iroquois, tail number 68-15491, call sign Chalk 7, with 4 crew members participated in combat assault mission concerning Army of Vietnam soldiers into an area of Ui, Diem Province, South Vietnam. The helicopter was the 7th helicopter to win during the mission, and the pilots of the 5th and 6th helicopters reported receiving hostile fire as they lifted off from the LZ. After this UH-1 touchdown, the pilot radioed that he was taking enemy fire, and his crew chief was wounded. As he took off, the helicopter lost rotor power, crashed into the trees, and caught fire. Witnesses saw no survivors exit the helicopter. Enemy activity prevented an immediate search and rescue effort, and the later ground search failed to locate the remains of all but one of the U.S. crew members aboard the helicopter. Based on all information available, DPAA assessed the individual's case to be an analytical category of active pursuit. This category indicates that additional investigations and potential excavations are possible. His family still waits for answers. Please never forget.
Slow as you can.
And we have about a half a dozen bios up here that we still need somebody to carry to the wall with us. So come up here and see Maverick if you'd like to carry one of these. We're going to be kickstands up approximately, I believe, 253. You'll hear the horn.
Hey, Broke. Thanks for commenting. I'm just at the, I'm going to try to say it right, Black Wolf Harley Davidson in Bristol, Virginia. And there are about 300 motorcycles here. They are doing a ride from Ontario, California to Washington, D.C. to the Vietnam Memorial Wall. And everybody here is involved in the wall. They're going to be picking up riders, and they have been picking up riders as they've come across the country from Ontario. And by the time they get out to DC, they expect there to be about 1,000 riders, I believe. I don't know if they're expecting 1,000 bikes, but for sure 1,000 riders. So I'm just at the Black Wolf. They have a lunch. They just served a bunch of lunch to people that are here. I got a bottle of water from Garza Law Firm. They've got a table here. They're giving away coffee cups and koozies and water. I was appreciative of the water bottle. Got some pretty fun bikes out here. A lot of people have dogs. Check these out. Ooh, a 55 Panhead. That's quite a ride. That would really be a showstopper if it's all fixed up. That's cool that your son is fixing it up. Okay, what am I looking at here? A Honda, and it's pulling a trailer. I don't know if that trailer has like camping gear in it. Not sure, but got two right there. Oh my goodness, the trikes. Look at how tricked out the trike is. Look at that. A Goldwing, boy, they've come a long way in the last 20 years, haven't they? Very cool. Yeah, I rode from Central California to Milwaukee 15 years ago. This is sad. Killed in action. They're taking this out to DC. She was a nurse from Buffalo, New York. She felt a duty to help and believed her skills would be better used helping wounded American soldiers in the war. Wow. The Army was the only branch of service that would take her. Comfortable looking bike. I rode my Super Glide out there. Just a bare bones Super Glide. It was a kind of an uncomfortable ride for me, butt-wise. Everybody else on the ride was on a bagger with really comfortable seats, and I had my stock seat. But we rode from Central California to Milwaukee, and then coming back, we stopped at Sturgis kind of by accident for a few days. We weren't really planning to, but someone offered us a place to stay for a few days, so we did. And then we went up to visit friends in northern Washington and ended up going up into Canada, so I could say I had been to Canada. And then we rode home down the coast of Washington, Oregon, and California. That's when we lived in Central California. What I've seen here so far is Indian, Honda, and of course Harley. And I don't know what this is. A BMW, of course. Look at that. This is a Chaplin. Good deal. Just about everybody has something on their windshield. Well, I shouldn't say that. A lot of the bikes have something on their windshield that tells what their role is. So this person is a tail gunner. Okay, so they're riding in the rear, making sure that if any parts or anything fall off of a bike, maybe they pick them up. I don't know. That's what I've done in the past when I ride behind my husband. He lost a shifter one time. He didn't know it till he went to try to shift. I had it. I had picked it up. Okay, that's a little that's I'm going to say that is similar to what I rode cross country and back. But mine didn't have a good seat like this one does. But it was a small bike. It's funny, we got out to Milwaukee and the people that were meeting us assumed I had ridden on the back of my husband's motorcycle, so they gave me a special patch for being a passenger. And the other people in the group were like, she rode her own bike out here. Don't give her that one, give her the other one. Another BMW here, of course, more Harleys. Another Honda. These guys are from Indiana. Okay. Assistant platoon leader. You know what? Now I'm thinking there's a road guard. So maybe the orange ones are what they did in the military, and the yellow ones have to do with the ride. That makes more sense to me. Okay, I'm changing what I said. Now we've got a whole bunch of police vehicles back there. State police, sheriff, trooper. Go see what they've got going on over here. Hey guys, 10 people in here. Cool. Say hi. Tell me where you're from. I'm in Bristol, Virginia. I'm at the Black Wolf Harley Davidson dealership. They've got a huge gathering. Check it out here. Look at all the state trooper and police bikes. So I'm here, and look at all the motorcycles. This is Run to the Wall, I believe is what it's called. Here's another trooper bike. Run to the Wall starts in Ontario, California, and it goes out to Washington, D.C., to the Vietnam War Memorial. But anyone can be part of this. You don't have to be a Vietnam vet. They have, according to a man I spoke to, they have about 300 bikes / people, I'm not sure which, now, and they're thinking they'll have about 1,000 by the time they get out to Washington, D.C. So they'll be picking up more riders as they go. You can see, oh, maybe you can't see from here. There are more bikes over there that are part of this. There's probably only about 20 bikes over there. Got some here. They're leaving in about 30 minutes. So people are starting to get ready, get on their bikes. This person here, I'm going to assume it's a man, but you know, the only reason is that bike is so big and so high off the ground. I know personally I couldn't ride it. It's just too tall. I need a bike that's a little bit shorter. It's a photographer and medical, so good to know. Run for the wall. Yes, that's what it is. Okay, good deal. He's out of Texas. Doesn't look like he has a passenger because look at that. He's got a couple of bags instead of a passenger. Looks cozy on his BMW. Frequent stops. Getting barked at by a dog. Oh my goodness. There we go. Oh my goodness. That dog's gonna eat you alive. Oh my, I know. Hi, sweetie. Oh, we used to have a little chihuahua. Oh, that's a tough dog right there. That's funny. I love the way it was biting at the lock. Hi, sweetie. We're good. We're not going to hurt your truck. Really? Oh gosh, that's funny. Oh gosh, yeah, I could see that. Hey Blizzard, good to see you in here. Think you broke. Oh my goodness, so many bikes, lots of chaplains. That's nice to see. Another Honda.
Be careful, somebody's gonna wipe your keys.
I hope not. They probably don't want my car. Got somebody from California. Probably got a lot from California, actually. A little Indian. I shouldn't say little. It's an 1800. Size-wise, compared to some of the other bikes, it's little, but it's probably got plenty of power. That's a beautiful bike. Tennessee, not a surprise there, since we're in we're in Virginia, just above Tennessee. Got leadership support, chaplain. Cool, cool, cool. Washington, D.C. So this bike here rode from Washington, D.C. to Ontario, and now they're riding back to D.C. That's really cool. Very cool.
Right there coming down? Oh, okay.
I'm just kind of wandering around. 7 people in here. Say hi, tell me where you're from. I'm not paying as much attention to the chat as I usually do. I apologize. Trying to watch where I'm going, make sure I'm not in anybody's way. And also just looking at all the bikes. I've been on some rides. I've never been on a ride with this many bikes. I've been on the ride that I took cross country and back. I think there were about 20 bikes. When we got to Missouri, we met up with a group, and both our groups together equaled about 20 bikes. I was the only woman on my own bike on that ride. There were others in the group that ride, but they didn't want to ride their bikes on that ride. Oh no, we met up with another woman who was riding in Missouri. That's right. So I was one of 2 that were riding. She had a big old bagger. I was just on my little super glide. I'm gonna go sit down. I've got to keep my eye on my husband's motorcycle because it has a battery issue and it may not start. And if it doesn't start, he's going to want me to go give him a jump. Got Legion riders. We've got all kinds of riders. Got a ministry. Oh, look at that little trailer. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh. How did I miss that before? That is so cute. I wonder if there's a dog in there. Hey, TWC, nice to see you. Hey, Julia from Kentucky. Good to see you in here. Thank you for saying hi. I just love that little trailer. I do think there must be a dog in it. The window's open. So going down the highway, that'll give it plenty of air. I'm going to be here until they take off, and they're taking off at about 2:52 is what they said, or 2:53. I can't remember which. So people are starting to come out of the dealership. They've had their lunch, they've used the restroom, they've done a little shopping, and they're getting back on their bikes. Although shopping this early in the trip isn't recommended. I speak from experience. Where do you put it all? You know what I do if I buy clothes? First of all, before I leave on a long trip, like when we traveled to Africa, when I've traveled to Central America and go on motorcycle rides, I go and I get most of my clothes at the thrift shop, and I only pay a couple of bucks a piece for them. And then as I'm going, I leave them in hotel rooms, and I buy new clothes on the clearance rack at stores along the way. That's kind of my deal. That's Interstate 80 up there. The trucks are on. I think that's 80. Gosh, I should know where I am. It could be 81. I don't even know. That's so bad. Never mind. Don't listen to me. It's probably 81. I've only lived here 4 years. Am I supposed to know where I actually am? I'm back. Sorry about that. That cloud. Oh, they rode through some weather yesterday, I guarantee you.
When they're getting ready to go, which is going to be about 20 minutes, if you could walk up there behind the guardrail
Yeah?
and pan over this,
Behind the, you mean on the road?
cross the street right here, but go up behind the guardrail. On this side of the guardrail, they're all going.
Oh, they're staging up there on the street?
Okay, I guess they are. I thought they weren't leaving till...
Not for another 20 minutes.
Yeah, but they're all going to go up that on-ramp. So you can pan this area here, show them staging as they're starting, and then the whole line going out.
Okay, do you know if your bike's going to start?
I don't know, but you're not going...
No, I'm not going to leave. No,
Okay.
no, I won't leave you. I just wondered.
It's parked down there.
I saw it, yeah.
If it's
Actually,
a
Dave
problem-
saw it.
Oh, yeah?
He said, "Is that Dave's bike?" I said, "Yeah." Because I said he's here on his drag bike. He said he heard you come in.
Oh, really? I wonder where he's at.
Well, he's gone now.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, he left. He was looking for a pair from Santa Maria Harley.
Oh.
Can't remember who it was, but they're supposed to be on this ride. He thought anyway. He wasn't
This must
positive.
be for a dog.
Yeah, I'm thinking this might be too.
Could be.
Yeah, that would be for a big dog. I hadn't even thought about that.
Gosh, they need a sidecar.
No, this is better. Don't you
Uh,
think when you're in formation with a whole bunch of other bikes?
It's easier with the trailer than the width, but there's trikes.
Yeah, but the
Thank you
trikes.
for your service.
Okay, I'm gonna head over where you said to go, but they're not leaving for
No.
20 minutes.
No,
So
I
nah, I'm
was
not gonna go
just-
yet.
No, I wouldn't. I would go in maybe 15 minutes.
I've just been kind of wandering around.
Once you see more of them starting to form up, you know, getting their gear on, then it'd be time to head out.
Got a nice, perfect warm water from the lawyer table. That
I
way-
got a cookie.
there-
My blood sugar was down around 80.
Mm.
It was making me feel shaky.
There's the dog that lives in that trailer.
Is that your trailer? Huh? Ours rides in a sidecar.
Yeah. It's not quite as roomy as her place, though. That looks pretty good. Can she get out from under the rain? Does she go to the front to get it? Oh, okay, cool.
Thank you for your service. Where are you from?
Tennessee.
Whereabouts?
Thousand. I gotta be honest with you. Yeah, I rode out to California,
Oh, okay.
out of DC, and back to Tennessee.
It's a good ride.
Thank you for what you did, and thank you for what you still do. With Racers for Christ. I chaplain at 3 of the Harley drag racing series, so I travel about 20 weeks a year. Okay. All Harley drag racing association.
There's a good patch.
All Harley World Shootout. God kind of put it on my heart. I was just doing one. This is what about them list? So here we go. No, I enjoy them. I love them. It would be like this.
I haven't seen any sidecars in the group, which makes sense. We were just talking about it. We have a sidecar on one of our motorcycles that our 70-pound dog rides in, and I know he weighs 70 pounds because when I weigh the motorcycles at the races, I always weigh the dog as well, so we know. But we've seen quite a few trikes, which makes a lot of sense. Holding up a bike and stopping a lot, being in traffic, it can be really, really exhausting. I got so tired in Yellowstone when we went with all the stopping for wildlife. Oh my gosh, it was just exhausting. But the trikes are harder to maneuver on windy roads. So you get some benefit from having that third wheel, but you also lose the ability to lean into your curves. You have to do it all with upper body strength, and it can be exhausting. According to the people who ride the bikes, the trikes, it's really tiring. I'm just gonna sit on the curb. I just walked away from my husband. He was chatting with someone. TWC, been doing well, my dear. Just sitting here at the, let me zoom in on them, Black Wolf Harley Davidson dealership. You can see their bar and shield there. And there are either 300 bikes or 300 riders here today. Plus, look at all of the law enforcement, and there's more scattered around. They've got troopers, sheriff, and police. and they're escorting them east into Ventura, what's my brain saying? Oh my gosh, Virginia, east into Virginia today. And they're heading out to Washington, D.C., and they're picking up riders along the way. We just spoke to a man who started in Washington, D.C., rode out to Ontario, California, where the ride started, and now he started in Tennessee, I'm sorry, rode out to D.C., then to Ontario, then back to D.C. and back to Tennessee. He's been doing a lot of riding. Some of these people, that's what they do. They put 20, 30, 40,000 miles on their bike every year. And you can only ride, I'll say 9 months out of the year. Good riding weather. It's always going to be a little sketchy. I mean, we rode through a winter storm in August up in northern Idaho. The road got closed behind us because of snow and ice. It wasn't much better on the other side of the mountain. It just turned to rain. And I've been through a blizzard in May in, gosh, that was Denver, Colorado. It's crazy. Never know. No, TWC, I'm actually not part of this ride. I only live a few miles away. So I just came up to see it and kind of document it. I was on my way here and my dog got out. She jumped right over the gate. So I had to catch her. And then I had to get some gas because my car was almost empty. And I finally made it here right as they were serving lunch, which is fine. I've been here for how long? I've been here for 45 minutes. And I've been recording the whole time. Just sharing a little bit about the ride. And I'll put information in the description for what it is. I didn't know really what it was when I came. The highway signs warn heavy motorcycle traffic on highway. Watch out for riders or whatever they say, which was nice of them. That's a nice BMW. Again, those are way too tall for me. I couldn't ride one of those. I mean, I could ride it, but I wouldn't be able to stop it at every stop sign or red light. It's just too tall. I don't have that long of legs. And there's a bike right there that's part of the medical team. It's nice they have so many people for medical. It isn't just like, you know, physical like crashes that they're here for. You've got a lot of riders that have, I'm going to say, heart issues, for sure, diabetes. Probably got some with lung issues. It's hot and humid, although it's not terrible today, but it potentially could be very hot and very humid. And it can just be kind of dangerous for people. I mean, looking around, let's admit it, we got a lot of elderly people here. I don't like riding in formation with other motorcycles unless everybody's really well trained, just because people don't know the etiquette for riding in formation and it can cause problems. So I'm hoping these guys are trained because I'll tell you what, I won't ride with people in formation because of some of the stuff that happens on the road. Got 12 people in here. Hey guys, if you just came in, I'm at the Black Wolf Harley Davidson dealership in Bristol, Virginia. And there is a ride to the wall here. I've heard 300. I don't know if that's people or bikes. I think it's people. Quite a few are doubled up, husband and wife, and probably better than a dozen dogs. And they're getting ready to head east in a few minutes. Let's see, I think in about 12 minutes they're going to be heading east. So I'll be walking up onto the road behind me in a little bit to get a panoramic view and then catch them riding out onto the highway. Interstate 81. Yes, my brain just connected. Interstate 81 east. They're heading for Washington, D.C. to the Vietnam Memorial Wall. They're carrying the bios of several killed in action military and other members that were killed in action in Vietnam. They are doing some remembrances of those that are still missing in action. And this dealership put them up for the day, which is awesome. Served them a big lunch. And people have been shopping, using the restroom, which is one of the most important things about being on a ride, honestly. Check your bike, make sure you've got good air in the tires, make sure your brakes are in good shape, your headlight works, all the stuff, right? All the stuff. Make sure your glasses are on your face, not up on your head under your helmet like I used to do sometimes. I just threw my helmet on and I had some really, really slick sunglasses that they kind of molded to my head, so I didn't even remember. I'd put them on, I'd be riding down the highway and realize, oh man, I'm not wearing my glasses. So I'd have to wait till the first stop, take off my helmet, put on my glasses where they belonged instead of up on my head. Goofy. Anyway, check everything, but for sure use the bathroom before you go. That's important. Got a guy here, he's on the fuel team, right there. My guess is he's carrying some canisters of gasoline, but that's just a guess. I'm not sure what fuel team means. But a lot of riders that ride long hours and lots of miles, they do carry little containers of gasoline with them, just enough to get them to the next fuel station. Maybe that's what he's got. I'm actually surprised more people aren't out here at their bikes. I'm guessing they're probably putting a few hundred miles a day on. Weather can determine, you know, in good weather I can go about 400, 420 miles and then I've pretty much had it. You got some people in here that can go 1,000 miles, no problem. And you've got others that are used to going about 40 miles, so it's harder for them. I haven't ridden in years. I'd be one of the 0 miles people. I'm not making fun of people that only go 40 miles. I couldn't do it right now. Got 9 people in here. Thank you to those who are hanging out. I appreciate it. I'll be going up and doing something a little more exciting here pretty soon. I really should have tagged it with Harley Davidson. Get more people in here. I really didn't think about it. Looks like all the law enforcement are on their, well, not all of them, most of them are on their bikes. Got a bunch of Virginia State Police. I thought I saw some Tennessee. Tazewell County. Yeah, I guess it's all Virginia. Tennessee must have cut them loose.
Go ahead, go first. We're turning right. Yeah, going up this ramp.
They're talking about it, so I know for sure they're turning right and they're going up the ramp. Okay, well, that's where I'm going to go. I don't want to get a ticket for jaywalking with a bunch of law enforcement around, right? I want to cross the street, but I seriously don't want to do it in front of a bunch of biker cops. Should have asked for an escort. I'm an old woman, right? They would help me across the street, right? That's a cool tree. Check that out. Wow. Oh, that is neat. Wow. If that had pine cones on it, I would take one and go try to grow one for myself. Look at this beautiful purple dogwood. We have one of these in our backyard. They're so pretty. The wind, making it difficult to see how beautiful it is, but these are really pretty trees, and here I am swallowed by it. You do have to cut the lower branches, people. That's kind of a thing. Okay, time for me to cross the street legally. Oh, look at the officers down there. Looks like we got the same idea. So I'm wondering if they're going to be going. Oh, good. Does he like motorcycles? Good. They can be scary for some kids. Okay. Okay. Oh, he's excited. Okay, hello Scotland. And let's see. Oh, Nexus, you're back. Good to see you. Hey, just so you know, we're going to be down there in your neck of the woods. I think it's October. I saw the schedule today. I'll have to look at it again. Pretty sure it's October. I was going to go up there, but I do not want to be on the on-ramp. I want to be near the on-ramp, but not on the on-ramp. So I'm just going to get the bikes going this way. I'm going to zoom out so it's not quite so jumpy. Bristol Police. There we go, making sure everything's copacetic. I think some people went to get fuel in their bikes because they left about 10-15 minutes ago. Pretty sure they went to fuel up. That's another thing that's important. Empty your own tank, like your personal tank that you carry around with you 24/7, but fill up the tank on the bike. I could go over there and still be legal. I just don't want to be, oh my gosh. Okay, did that scare anybody? It scared me. Here we go. That would be so cool, Nexus, for sure. Oh, that car was being told to go. That's funny. Here we go, everybody. This is gonna take a while. nice to see a lady rider back there. Always nice to see a sister on two wheels. Ooh, it's windy. Got another sister on a Can-Am. Nice to see. Not as many doubles as I thought there would be. She waved at me. This is Ride to the Wall. Ride to the Wall left Ontario, California a while ago, and they're riding east across the country going to New York, going to Washington, D.C. to the Vietnam War Memorial Wall. We've got BMW, Honda, Harley, Indian, and I don't know what all else. Oh, I saw a Can-Am. I don't know who makes them. Riding a motorcycle, if you don't know, it's a lot easier to make a turn. What you have to do is you lean your body into the turn. You don't turn the steering wheel, you lean your body, okay? On a trike, you can't do that. You have to steer it with your arms, and it takes a lot of upper body strength, and it's exhausting according to the people who ride trikes. But you don't have to put your foot down when you get to a stop sign, so that's nice. Still got a few more bikes coming, but we've got the chase vehicle. You see that truck there with a trailer? That's in case a bike breaks down. They might be able to take two bikes, but they for sure can take one. You've also got vehicles that have drinks and snacks and things like that, most likely. They're called chase vehicles. They go behind the main group. I saw the one guy that has the gasoline. I don't know if he carries gasoline or if his job is to escort people to a fuel station where they can get gas. I really don't know. Okay, here we have this trailer. It's a chase vehicle. Oh, it's a hydration trailer. Okay, so they've got all kinds of good stuff in there. That's so awesome. This is a really well-run situation. I'm impressed. If I was going to go on a ride, I think one of these would be the way to go. That's one thing when you're going across the desert and it's 100 and I'll say it's 100 and hell out. And it's dehydrating you because it's a desert and there's no place to stop. I remember once we stopped in the desert. I think we were in Utah, and I think it was about 115 degrees. It was really smoky. There was a fire nearby and it was raining, okay? And it was hard to find a place to stop and get water. We ended up going to a gas station. We bought a gallon of water and poured it over. We had, my 14-year-old daughter was with us. Oh no, she was older than that by then. She was 16. We just poured the water all over us so we would have some water cooling as we rode down the road because it was so hot. It was miserable. But gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. You know what? I'm going to end this live stream. Thanks to all you that stuck around. I appreciate it. There's 8 people in here. Hit the like for me. If you don't mind, give me a subscribe and then hit the bell and it'll tell you, or it should tell you when I'm going live. I usually do farm related content. I do some food stuff because I'm a forager, and when I find something that's edible, I like to find a recipe for it and cook it. And oh my goodness, is that poison ivy? I think that's a very healthy poison ivy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll just go around that one. So do all of the things, and I am going to say goodbye because look at this. This parking lot that was just full. Well, you can't really see it because there's a Jeep Wrangler in the way and a GMC truck. But let me get around here. Look at this. This parking lot was just full, and now it's just like the big sigh. Let out your air and just go, oh. Okie dokie, guys. You all have a good day. Be blessed, and I will talk to you next time. I'll probably do a live this evening with the goats and the ducks. I haven't decided yet. Depends on my energy level. By the time I get home, I might just decide to crash for the day. But we'll see. Take care.